This will coincidence for the free, flooding to the ground for becoming nutrients for the soul. The continuing the underwritten gospel for the laws of life. The cycle in which life moves, and we are the will for the coincidence. We're only free for the change in the role for the not the rules. Karma is God's oath, and life is the sky's prayer. Peace, just believe, death for the perfection for the written and the fine print. Lying in the wind for the left, for the dissolution over the witches to see that. Sitting over the cliff and over the end of the rope with the hope for this to becoming your destiny for the world. For the ladies and gentlemen, for the brothers and sisters, the warriors of the spirit, for the lending of it, not just your ears, but your truth. Change and truly change must first devour the darkness and never hide and not fear for the swallowing a whole, for the taste of bitterness and the down the name, for the breaking in the hole, for the shadow, for it's not your enemy, for it's the proof that you have light. The fan for the flame, for the let it rise and let it burn away. For the small illusion for the powerless in you, the light is not fragile as fire, fury. Forgiveness and feed it to speak into it. Let it roar, here to find the right, the divinity for the books, not in the temples and the mirrors and the scars. This is beside us between the heartbeats. It's into realizing you're still standing in enough. Become the choice. Become the divine self. The unthinkable for displaying your ground over the becoming the deciding. The beyond the divinity for the choosing your faith for the forge. The fire and over the who makes us start thinking warm. So rise, brother, with the light, the flame for the rise and become what you are and what you can. That this is your beginning and not choose. Out over the weather self. Love it is stand for the out over the two broken ranges with the cards in either hand. You can find the chemical that cuts into the obsession. For the down and empty the map. There's no way to run for the voice of the pain for the replace of the solver. For the beneath the watering the side is in the insurance. Over the falling in the step as to begin to pursue. In action and take it for the giving, the scope for the lingering of the pain, for the searching for the more, for the left of life. It's easier than enough for the nothing is true for the pain. It's all of searching for this. Calling you for the earnestly, giving the choice in which you find accept the pain for the change and you have to have it for us. No word, masters of cage, long integrity, give the change of forward. The strength is defined the mining and the radiance and the crystal, so that you're for the untitled for the pain is still here for the worse and worse. While the day for the beyond the teeth, and you can get it for the change. Lying underneath and then you get yourself flat enough to see the real you for beyond the teacher. But I am like a grandfather clock for the soldier to fight my way. So come to the heart flutters before it flies into the stomach, but if it underground gray crack break beneath, you're crumbling into the lava for the former nimble feet. Words that don't make sense. Just watch each other's feet. Silence can go from me, and another finger for the tracking of the bridges of the ages of the hills of the walls.
I can't take you back. I am under empire. I can't.
Every time I wonder the vision that you reside, give you space to flee, as that's what it's fate may be. Go, be free. Mournful songs of forest. Reminiscence of the elder flow.
Long time no see.
This is all with the pledge of the river, the daughters of forest. The direction they hit from the waterfall. In the pillar for the to the left for the flash. Broken down for the stag and the bull, for the dam for the defied. You're all spared for a while yet with the great lies. Whether the shed her skin, merged with the understood in you, but your wish to rule had to control. When it ends, it's not for me to stay. For
Don't tell me now.
I will go. After all that you've been through, after all that I've been through, I will not to be considered. Poetry in the caution, people that spoke the word. History in the making, their bodies so much so I shall be short this unmarked. Love comes from it. In the good, we love each other, the passion that comes through. Love, this is what we need to understand. In the deepest embrace, and I want to be held. In the deepest embrace and get the wind to the waters of the depths. Stand still, tomorrow sleeps, this the sun forgets to rise. What if the birds fly through empty skies? What if the clock stands still, no future awaits? Would I embrace mine, last thrill and live eternally? And the day seems so splendid, blur. I hear flesh with the green. Costume put up here to be the strength you gave me. Counted cracks, the walls of the shape vibrations to felt. Sting of the words of the shatter, softer from you both. How do you leave and think it hurt a little less? And the lie they used to forgive me, so that the self-destructing past. Possess the caution for the yielding to slow down so that you get tend to lean. Alert for anything for the unexpected relinquishing me with the right. Way to end up for the technological, for the transient transfer. Designed for the compiled, so living rather than the death wish in the morning and after. Using it as code. Smile for the self in the face. Deranged and mirror. It was all from the deep of the science and chaos and whether it's a time you. It was an all path that you made. Shaped of the clay for the cup of the stone. Whether for the moments and whether the night for the rustle of the trees and swaying slowly. When the moon slowly moves into the place of matching the stars around it. Shimmering in the reef in the distance. Releasing of it that isn't light, but this is the whole soul. So over your abscess this night. Falls to the drift of the years and the yearning for the spade for the youth to the field all life. No other facing, no distance short. Man in the heart with the aches and the soul. Fall of a kind for the life of the slightest heart. Just listen to the woman in the winds you see. The world turns slow for hearts that see. But you never trusted me for that, so okay. I saw the way your eyes flinch at love like it was a word responding and reopening. Humans feel. Drown earth pulls us in. Back into the dirt for the rage. Lost love, substitute the souls, this hurt. There isn't the poisoning for the minds and the belittling are. Word. Envy haunting in the heart since birth. This fact, fear, dying blissfully, but knowing that I'm still here.
Don't tell me things like that.
Please be the one to lead this.
Don't
particularly
tell me
for the out of love, for love, for the stability, for the giant around the passion, for this to be the sensibility, for the not a desire. World feels too cold and dark. Pack my bags away. Hometowns now where the bones break down. Got fragile enough for the rumors and working power. When it wasn't born, I kept them bottled and tied in the never know. I think you're wrong. Fully charged with the phone and never they make the train to charge you. Yes, for this to be the nothing for the never the paddle for the number the reach the storm. Nothing for the nothing the states just right. Another language and you could be poet. Left it over the head and after the feeling you dancing it knows it too. My turn. Can't remind me what the name it is. For the love that painted the heaven, for the speaking of heaven, the faith that will love me into existence for this vow.
One day there'll be
didn't rain. Some for the child of me for the ghost of this and be the past or the down the left road. What's left of the looking back. Just move on, yeah. The afterlife of the patience of the days tied around for the net attention for the finding my traveling for the back to distance stopping in the ground from you can have that before the low surface of the deep and wide from the height of the storm with the patience inside you find what's going on. The both rain, we walking. The forest and just feel the fresh to be written. Precaution for the punctuation for the salt pine through the roads. The picking for the fair treatment for the life is unfair for the same love to the ratio of this. Who really knows? Who cares anyway? Afraid of me for the price to pay, no mercy for the didn't rain. Some for the child of me for the ghost of this be the past or the down the left road. What's left of the looking back. Just move on, yeah. In the afterlife of the patience of the days tied around for the net attention for the finding my traveling for the back to just be stumbling in the ground from you can have that before the low surface of the deep and wide for the hiding the storm and the raging is inside you find what's going on. In the post rain, we walking. The forest and just feel the fresh to be written and the precaution for the punctuation for the salt pine through the roads. And the picking for the fair treatment for the life is unfair for the same love to the ratio for this. Who really knows? Who cares anyway?